Minasan konnichiwa, Jotaku Jodas. I hope you're all doing well and everything's so good. And I hope you're okay. So yeah, let's get started. Tekken 8, we had more mechanics revealed with the heat system and aggressiveness. And I called it, I knew straight away. If you follow me on Twitter, I do talk about Tekken, I do voice my opinions. And if you want to hear more, follow me on Twitter in the link in the video. Yeah, I called it. We were going to get actual chip damage. I knew if it was going to be a more aggressive game, we would end up getting it, chip damage, but I didn't know how it would actually play out. So yeah, to finally have chip damage where you get hit, where you blocking creates chip damage. Yeah. And what surprised me more is that you can get your health back by attacking, and that's like, wow, they're really hankering down on this aggressiveness. So I kind of called it like that might be chip damage. So yeah, and I like the idea that lows kind of like stop the chip damage, or you get more damage by doing the throws. I can't remember exactly, but yeah. And I get a feeling a lot of players will end up using low moves, and the way to beat lows is clearly an upper attack or like a hop kick or airborne attack. So yeah, so don't be spamming them. If people do spam them, fair enough, but the way to beat those lows is clearly to hop kick and do airborne moves. So there's no worries there. Yeah, I'm kind of intrigued by the heat system, and I was like really surprised by it. That I'm happy that there's like it's only one per round, so you have this meter and it comes across like a V trigger in some way that it just makes you more boost up and powerful, and it lasts for one round. You activate it for one round, and I was kind of like, oh okay, that's good, I like that. I was thinking maybe it would like there was a meter kind of system where you build up on it like Street Fighter, but it would last throughout the whole match. So I was really surprised by that it's just one round. And yeah, the bound is back, so we have these heat stuff. That was so much to take in. From what I was surprised because there was so much to take in, and they were saying, oh, this is for new players, from appealing to casuals, it's going to be a lot easier for people to do moves. I'm like, there's so much going on about this heat system, like heat engagers and heat dash and stuff. So yeah, you have like this bound like move that allows you to juggle and stuff, and with heat mode it can amplify certain moves, like King with his power crush as well. That amplified his power crush, and it was so weird. And you have certain moves where it's hard for me to, that was quite a lot, and I'm surprised by like the heat dash as well. It was kind of like a cancel, you can cancel moves, and it feels like it opens more juggling opportunities. You have your juggles, but I don't know if they have actual corkscrew. I think they do. I swear I seen it in one of the videos that they had corkscrew. Yeah, I feel like the heat system's just going to amplify the juggles a little bit more. I don't mind that, as long as it's not too over the top and we still have those fast, alright juggles. I think Tekken 7 did it very well with the juggles, the wall combos into the wall hits, and even though it wasn't too overly long. I didn't like Tekken Tag 2's system of combos. I thought it was too long, too ridiculous, and I didn't like the wake-ups and all that stuff. So I don't like the combo system of Tekken Tag 2. Hopefully it isn't like that, because I just didn't like it. It just wasn't my kind of thing. You know what I mean? It was too combo heavy of a game for me. It's too combo heavy for Tekken. So I think I will be using like heat stuff and the cancels and the moves that it looked like a move that goes into the heat mode. I forgot what it's called, but it goes into it, and yeah, it feels pretty good, and I like that it juggles, and it only lasts for 1 second. And one of the best things about it is that if you're still attacking them, the timer of the heat gauge doesn't go down as long as you're attacking, so the better player will still keep the heat gauge on. So I feel like with the combos, it doesn't go down if you're doing your combos, so that's actually pretty good. And then we had the chains as well, and that was something else. It was a bit overly complicated. I'm still trying to grasp my head around it and think, okay. But my main concern is these new type of controls now, where like I knew they were gonna have it, like these button bashy controls and auto combo stuff, and it just made sense. But I feel like, wait a minute, you can now use that online and on ranked, and I'm like, okay. I was like, this is weird, because these moves like the GF, like the electrics and stuff, I know that there's a reason why we don't have like inputs or shortcuts for that stuff. You know what I mean? We don't have like macros, because there's a reason why we have that. Like, we don't have macros, and there's execution required for those really good launchers and combos and those moves. And I feel like, if you take away that, if you take away the execution, and everyone can do all these moves so easily now, there's no skill involved. I read somewhere some person said, like, it's good now, no one's gatekeeping. I'm like, we're not gatekeeping it. That's the whole point of fighting games, is that you gradually learn, you get better, you learn good stuff. That's the whole thing of fighting games. It's like, if you want to get to the good stuff, you practice and you learn it. It's like in any action game, if you want to do the kill combos in Devil May Cry, you practice those combos and you do those combos. You don't, I'm a bit worried for it. So hopefully I feel they nerf it, like the launchers become really punishable. They're not too excessive, or there's a lot of openings, like you just block accordingly and you wait till like an opening, like Katarina, for example. When people seen Katarina, like, oh my gosh, she's going to be so crazy with those combos. No, she has openings in her attacks. You can attack her, you can punish Katarina with her auto combos. So I feel like, hopefully they actually have stuff like that, there is openings in it, and they're not too compliant on it. So that's my main concern, that this will be for these easy style controls, will be for tournaments and for offline and online and ranked. And I'm like, I'm just a bit concerned by that. So yeah, that is my biggest concern. I feel a lot of defensive players are going to hate this game. And I was speaking to quite a few defensive players, and they were like, I'm not liking it. It's way too offensive and attack heavy. And I feel like, it does seem like that. It could be polarizing. It could be pretty bad. Like maybe it'll split the community like Tag 2 did. Tag 2 certainly split the community. I did not like Tag 2's mechanics. I thought it was way too much, and it just wasn't Tekken. So I don't know if it's going to be like this. I feel it might be like Tekken this, but with the aggressiveness and stuff. They've really taken away the footsies as well, and you know what I mean? So yeah, I'm just intrigued by that. Yes, we had the Nina reveal trailer. I was kind of hoping we get a release date, but I feel like no, they're going to do an alpha test. The fact that they are doing an alpha test, I feel we're going to get this game maybe next year. An alpha test already? This is already an alpha. This isn't a beta, this is alpha. There's no way it's coming out anytime soon, which that kind of hurts me a little bit. But yeah, like Nina Williams, I love her design. She looks like really awesome. She looks like this cool lady assassin. I like it. I don't care what other people say negatively about it. I really like the design. She looks really like an assassin lady who's undercover. So, and her guns, she finally uses her guns, which it's a bit hokey and stupid. In reality, they'd probably be dead if she was shooting that. Like, she's just shooting blanks or something. But I like it. It's cool. She's finally using her guns, and she lives up to her assassin name. So yeah, I'm loving it. Harada did mention the stage is still, the lighting on the stages is still incomplete, and as he mentioned himself, it's still in the alpha stage. So yeah, they're still doing alpha tests. So yeah, I'm a little bit worried about it. Rage was a given that we'll get Rage. That was obvious. I like Rage. It's a lot of casuals like Rage. It was cool. Finally, to play it as one button, like everyone has the same Rage. That just makes sense. I remember playing Tekken 7 and I'm like, why is everyone having the same inputs for Rage, where it's just one single input, but it's like different for each character? And I feel like just make it one button. And yeah, finally they've done like a one button kind of thing for all the characters now, which I actually play because I play a lot of characters online, I just use the rage button, like just one button. Like, it just makes it easier for me. I'm not remembering so much stuff. So yeah, I'm happy they've done that. If rage drives, you have no rage drives, but I feel maybe the heat system, we might get it with that. Like, it'll be a different name. I don't know if that's like, it's really complicated. It feels kind of complicated. The guys, what they were saying about, like, it was like, wait, I gotta get my head around this. What's rage stuff? Like heat? So much heat stuff. I'm like, what? Like chains? Like these like little. So yeah, I feel like honestly, we have to get the game first and we have to play it and try it out. We can't really have any negative things to say. We'll just have to play it. I think the chip damage, I don't mind the chip damage. I quite like that. I think that's pretty good. As long as it still retains that kind of Tekken vibe and, you know, it still feels like Tekken, I'm pretty good for that. I'm not sure if the power crushers are within the heat system. If you go into heat mode, then you can use your power crushers, or I'm not too sure. But I feel like power crushers and sidestepping, hopefully sidestepping, power crushers, hop kicks, everything in Tekken 7 is going to be so important in Tekken 8. All the things like power crushers, maybe wall bouncing, and you know, the walls and stuff, and juggles, and you know, all that stuff, all the good stuff in Tekken 7 that makes Tekken 7 is going to be so important to use in Tekken 8, I feel. And I think it'll just exaggerate the heat system more with this offense heavy. Yeah, I think it's a lot of stuff, so much stuff going on, a lot to take in. So we still don't know if they took anything out, and they said they took rage drives out, but have they took other things out? I'm not too sure. But hopefully we won't get a release date anytime soon. I'm not gonna pray for a release date. Hopefully we see more characters. So yeah, and I do hope to see more characters. I want to see Oscar. I doubt it, but I would love to see my main Oscar. I like to see Lily. I like to see Eliza, Xiao Yu. I like to see more women, honestly. I want to see more women, and I want to see more mainstay characters. I want to see popular characters and more female characters, like Xiao Yu and stuff like that. And Harang, I want to see Harang as well. People were saying Harang, Law, all the aggressive players in this game, all the aggressive characters are going to benefit so much from this system. I don't know how they're going to balance it. They have to balance it. They have to completely balance it in a completely new way, to the point that everyone can feel equal. So all the aggressive characters in the past games don't be too oppressive in this. But yeah, anyway, thank you for watching, and tell me what you think about Tekken 7. Tell me your thoughts on it. Do you like the heat system? Do you hate it? Yeah, so tell me that. So yeah, thank you for watching, and please watch my other Tekken vids when I upload my Tekken vids. So yeah, see you next time.